Okay, alrighty, let's do it. Brand new game of God of War. Okay, so here's a little backstory. I was about halfway through this game, and I was like, I'm playing it at my own pace. If I want to record it, maybe I will. And like 2 days ago, I had this lightning storm, and my account went down, and a whole bunch of my saved games are long gone. So I'm like, might as well start fresh, start anew, and record myself doing it. What the hey? Why not? I've never played a God of War game before this. I know there was one that came out. There's a couple on like the PS2, and the one before this is on the PS3. But all I know is he's like a god of war. Well, he's a god of strength, and the story in this is he's Kratos. He's a changed Kratos. He's trying to not be as chaotic and angry all the time, and so he's kind of out in the woods. But I love how this game kind of implements like Greek mythology and like Norse mythology, like all the gods, like Zeus and stuff like that. That's just a really cool idea, I think. And this game is like, I'm probably gonna say it more than once, but it's stunning. Like visually, it's like you should have no reason to complain about that. There's this little boy. A little guy, Atreus. He's gonna be tagging along for this adventure, like it or not. Later in the game, he does actually become pretty helpful, but you're kind of dragging him through the first part of this. It's a very cinematic game with some interactive moments. So, I mean, I'm like, you should have just made this a movie. If they didn't already make a God of War movie, they should have remade it to look exactly like this. So now I'm playing the game, but it's kind of putting me on a linear path. I mean, there's so many games out, like those hardcore online multiplayer games where it's like super competitive, and I don't know, I'm not, like every now and then I'll play Call of Duty or whatever, Fortnite. I could never get into it, but these kind of games are much more chill, I think. You could just kind of
that is enough.
Sit back and enjoy the dialogue, cutscenes, and then occasionally play the video game. No, it does gets a little harder further in you get to it. This is just the beginning.
Did something change? The forest feels different.
Everything is different, boy.
Boy.
To dwell on it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this guy gives very vague answers, and he's doing the tough love thing with his little child. He's not going so easy on him. He's got to learn the hard way, which I can respect. Little motherfucker's got to learn one way. Meanwhile, this guy's just picking up entire trees. Okay. Yeah, I think the last game I played that looked like this good on the PlayStation was maybe Uncharted 4, or like the new Resident Evil game was pretty graphically stunning. But yeah. And you get some kind of cool, I won't spoil too much, but you definitely get some cool combat abilities. The combat has like a whole skill tree kind of thing where you get, your axe and shield, and your Atreus, your little tack, he's got some abilities too. Okay.
That was the last.
So I guess we're at like Uncle Tom's cabin or something. He's very much in isolation. Out there in the sticks. Okay. So this is part of the explanation of why him and his dad have a strange relationship. I mean, his mom passed away, and
Where do I see my mother?
he's not having an easy go, the little guy.
Where do I see my father? Hello there, do they call to me?
Low there, do they call to me? Music is very good too. It's very Game of Thronesy and Skyrim-y. I like it. It's cool. Respect the dead.
Hello there, do they call to me?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Do they call to me?
Uh-oh. What the fuck are you doing? God, this guy is just so intimidating all the time. He never looks once huggable.
She's ready.
He's a badass motherfucker, that's what he is. Look at those muscles, too. He's been doing some CrossFit or like P90X or something. My boy's ripped.
Find your way home.
Sorry, I shouldn't be spoiling a very emotional part of the game. Cue the cue the Lion King singing. Oh wow, this is heavy, man. Okay. One, two, boom. Third time's a charm. You know how hard that is to do in real life? How to start a fire with steel and flint? I mean, if you have the strength of a god, then maybe you could do it a little faster, but come on. That'll be my only critique in the entire game is... What's that? Ugh, dumb kid. What'd you think was gonna happen?
I'm sorry.
Here, let me cut your hand off.
Squeeze.
Make a snowball. Make funny snowball.
This knife was hers.
It's hers.
Now it is yours.
Merry Christmas. There you go. Don't hurt yourself with it.
She knew.
Joey.
Now?
Now.
This guy's wasting no time. It's like 1 second we're mourning our dead mother, next second we're on the hunt. Ain't got no time to waste. You could tell, I mean, I haven't beaten the game. I got a big chunk of it done, and you could tell he's got some kind of something under the surface, and he's kind of just, you know,
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
being tough on the outside.
Which way?
In the direction of deer.
Okay.
This guy's an asshole. So helpful. Okay. Alrighty, Rooney. Now we're playing the game.
Father? Why are we doing this now?
I need to know you can survive the journey.
Then we leave for the mountain?
Depends on you. Hunt.
Hunt.
What did you find?
What are we
Tracks.
hunting, Paul?
Not deer, though.
Is that a crocodile? Huh? I don't see nothing yet. Where do we start hunting for? What are we... What? So you can get hack silver, which is kind of like what you
Boy,
use to upgrade
these?
your gear and weapons in the game,
Close, but also not deer. See?
which makes it a
Tips are too
little
wide. Mounting up?
deeper of a game.
Your mother
Gives you,
taught you well.
you know,
Yeah.
so following tracks. I remember when I was a kid, growing up in the woods, we had a thing called like a Audubon Society, and it was the same kind of thing where you could go out for like an afternoon walk, and you know, we look for tracks like deer tracks and listen to bird calls and stuff like that. It was fun. It was all part of being a kid growing up in the woods, and then we get ice cream at the end, so it was all worth it. So there's a shitload of collectibles in this game, but I am
More
not
tracks?
gonna collect them all because that's
they're too
just
round.
nonsense.
Maybe a lot more.
If you're looking for 100% completion, then
Now what?
not happening. Whew, I'm just gonna play it at my own pace, you know,
Oh. Wait.
nice and
deer tracks.
casual.
They're fresh. This way.
So this kid's pretty smart, actually. Seems like he knows where he's going. Ooh.
Found it.
Got blue antlers and everything. It kind of reminds me of
You are hunting deer.
if I
not
could ever
chasing.
find a way to stream it, I'd love to record episodes of Breath of the Wild. What a fantastic game! That's like a goddamn masterpiece. Okay. Uh-oh.
You broke our bridge. How are we gonna get across?
Step aside.
Step aside. I got an idea.
Go.
That is so ridiculously overpowered.
Bridge here.
Oh my gosh, that is by far the best part of the game. Just being able to do that. It's a total ripoff of Thor's hammer, but who cares?
What are you doing? Now his guard is up. Only fire.
Oh, poor kid.
Fire. When I tell you to fire,
I'm sorry.
do not be sorry. Be better.
Jeez.
Find it.
He's got kind of like he's got like a mohawk. Is anybody else seeing that? He's got like this frosted tips, kind of like. That's a pretty good haircut for being out in the woods for however long. I don't know, they got a barber around here or what, but that's the thing. It's almost like actors in movies. They'll be in this dramatic action scene and still their hair's got gel in it and stuff. Okay, now we're battling. I don't know if I said this already, but it's a lot like Dark Souls and the kind of rolling, and which I got nothing wrong with. That was one of my favorite combat styles in a game. And then just being able to do this. Come on. That never gets old. Yeah. Hell yeah. Some people argue it might get repetitive after a while, but like I said, there's some abilities later in the game that make him like superhuman. And your kid can help out eventually too, which is cool. Oh, I guess there's more. It's filled with like Nickelodeon gack or like paintball. I don't know what that is. It's definitely not blood. I guess if it was, it would be too gory. Like the footage I've seen of those older God of War games is like, jeez, man. They're violent. This one's pretty tame, I'd like to think. I haven't nothing too over the top. Alright, cool.
Draugr. They've never come this close to our woods before.
Keep it moving. You get a little index. This is my Pokedex. See all 150 Pokemon. Try to catch them all. Okay. I think that's been about like 15 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it off here. And thank you all for watching. I'll return shortly with this game because it really is fun to play through. So hope y'all have a great rest of the day, and I'll catch you in the next one.